So again, I am Brad Reese, Vice President of the company, and just appearing below right in front of us right now is Dr. Abbott, our esteemed colleague, and we're very happy to have him here with us today. Gang, if this is the first time that you've joined us on a day of discovery, we want to welcome you. And the purpose of today is once a month, we want to get together on this Saturday. We do it particularly on this time so that Dr. Abbott, coming to us live from London, is still awake, because there's quite a different time change from London to Utah, where I'm at, to New York, maybe where Coach is at. And so we welcome him, and we're grateful to have him. It's a day too that we can discover more about our product line, about Ayurveda and the wellness process. And so with all the work that's been going on, and we'll continue to do this, and join us. I'm previewing as we get rolling Tuesday night. Eric Glenn will be doing our opportunity call. So again, every Tuesday we have an opportunity. Thursday we do some training. Can you hear me now, Marvin? Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Brett.
Okay, good. So that's kind of our schedule. We'll have our corporate update will be Monday, December 4th. I believe that is the date, Monday, December 4th. And we will not have a training next Thursday, though, on Thanksgiving. We hope that you're with your families, doing what you love to do with them. And so with that, welcome to November Day of Discovery with ANJULI, with Dr. Abbott and our president, Marvin Higbee. And so with that, Marvin, I'm turning this over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Brad. I'll go ahead and advance this slide so that we can see that really this is a day that we're making about Ayurveda, and we are really, really happy to have Dr. Abbott with us. And Dr. Abbott, thank you for being here, and we'll get to you here shortly in just a minute. What we're going to start with is just a brief introduction to Ayurveda so that everyone will have some familiarity with it. Today is really a day about Ayurveda. So we want you to go away with a little bit more knowledge about what this is all about and what it is that we're doing and how it influences what we're trying to achieve and accomplish as a company. So this is just kind of so you know a little bit about Ayurveda. It's an ancient system of natural healing. And it is really they claim that the actual verbal part of Ayurveda began about 10,000 years ago, where it was passed down from one generation to the next verbally. And then about 5,000 years ago, it actually became a part of what was codified into the Vedas that were written in Sanskrit. So when this amazing language Sanskrit was developed, they started writing this information down in these Vedas, which are basically are like scriptures, not in terms of being a religious codification of scripture, but just kind of a writing of the Vedas and Ayurveda. Ayurveda is actually the oldest system of holistic healing around. It really has always focused on lifestyle, not on disease symptoms, like so many practices, like particularly Western medicine focuses on symptoms. Ayurveda focuses on an entire approach to wellness, and it emphasizes balance in the body and the mind and the spirit. And it's a really great system. In fact, Brad and I had a great opportunity to listen in on a webinar that was being put on last Wednesday by the College of Ayurveda here in the United States. And it was fascinating to learn that really part of what Ayurveda does is it focuses on how all of the information that we have, the sense of taste, the sense of smell, the sense of sight, the sense of sound, and the sense of touch, how they all interplay and actually help us to achieve wellness, and that there are good tastes and bad tastes, good smells and bad smells, good sight, good visuals and bad visuals, good and bad sight. There's good sounds and there's bad sounds, and there's healthy touch and there's unhealthy touch. And so it was really fascinating to learn a little bit more about it. But really what it talks about is it talks about 3 ways to balance what they call doshas. And doshas are kind of types of your body, or as you were, and they're really, it's put into three different separate doshas, but actually every person has a little bit of each one of these doshas that functions in them. There's an overall dosha that sort of governs their body and their wellness, but we actually, it's an interplay between these three doshas that are kind of the way that Ayurveda is built. And for instance, the Veda dosha governs breathing and blinking and muscle tissue movement and heart pulsation and all the movements in the cytoplasm and cell membranes. Pitta governs the digestion and metabolism. It's the fire that's inside of us that helps us to assimilate the foods and the energy production and the nutrition and our skin coloration and our vision and our body temperature, actually. And then there's the Kapha dosha, and the Kapha governs growth, and it's about structure, and it's the movement of nutrients in the circulatory system, and it's about joint lubrication. And Ayurveda aims to balance these three doshas for optimal health. The interesting thing to me is how they correlate with what we call in modern medicine soma types, and where you have an endomorph, an ectomorph, and a mesomorph. And where basically you have thin people, normal muscular people, and people who tend to be a little larger. And it's really an interesting thing how you begin to learn that you can have an effect on our genetics. So it's an ancient practice of what we call epigenetics. So this is really part of what you're trying to do, is you're trying to heal through harmony. And that's what Ayurveda is all about. It's all about the harmony of motion, metabolism, and structure, and how you bring those things into harmony. And there are various ways that you do that. You do it through herbal remedies. We have herbs and things, and I'll show you a few of those that are some of the ones that are in our very products and some of the most important ones. You have yoga and meditation, which is very much a sister practice of Ayurveda, and it's a lot of it has been incorporated. Yoga focuses more on meditation, while Ayurveda focuses more on eating and the foods and the substances that you put in the body and how they affect us. Then there's also Panchakarma, which is actually about massage. So, massage is a critical part of how Ayurveda works, and getting things to move and clearing and detoxifying and ways to remove toxins in the body. And it also is about dietary changes. That's one of the things that you do when you're using Ayurveda, is you look at the diet and you say, what are certain things that you need to be eating to balance your specific dosha? And doctors of Ayurveda can actually pretty much almost online, they can look at your face structure, they can look at how you act, the way that you communicate, and they know, and they're analyzing you at all times, and they know what dosha that you fit into within minutes of watching you. Probably Dr. Abbott can come on and tell me which is my most prominent dosha. Lifestyle routines also are a way that we do this. Your sleep habits, your meditation habits, your prayer habits, all of these things help maintain balance in your body. And all of them are very important. The way that you incorporate peace into your life is very important to help you balance. Now, these are some of the popular Ayurvedic herbs that we have. We have turmeric. Turmeric is an amazing product. In fact, you're going to see more and more of this product, because it just is such a critical one in maintaining balance. It's commonly used in curries and sauces. So if you didn't want to take supplements, you could actually go right in and sit down at the best of Indian restaurants and enjoy a delicious meal with a lot of turmeric in it. Ashwagandha is an herb with small green leaves and red berries, and it's known for reducing stress and anxiety. It's considered one of the most powerful adaptogens on our planet, and it has huge adaptogenic properties. And what that really means is it adapts to the needs of your body. And it allows your body to optimize when you take this herb and optimize whatever it needs. It allows you to draw on that to optimize your functionality of your body. Then you have triphala. Triphala is actually a blend of 3 different fruits that are used for digestion and detoxification. So this is another important ingredient, and we have this in, for instance, in our ambrosia. We have ginger root. Ginger is really important. They've learned more and more and more about ginger and how it helps to help with digestion. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps to ease any kinds of stomach problems and nausea. We also have holy basil. Holy basil is also an incredible adaptogen that is commonly brewed into a tea and used to drink, but once again, is used by the body wherever the body decides that it needs that kind of help and support. Now, boswellia, you might know as frankincense, actually. And if you see it now, when you look at it with knowing that that's frankincense, you can say, oh yeah, I see that. Frankincense comes in these kinds of nodules, and it is a resin with anti-inflammatory effects, often taken as a supplement. So this is something, not only is it used in essential oils, but in so many areas of Ayurveda. So it's a very important thing. So what are the benefits to you directly in Ayurveda? It reduces stress, it improves digestion, it increases your energy, and it gives you better sleep. So when you're following an Ayurvedic lifestyle, it involves establishing daily routines like walking or exercising, eating, and it also involves eating a diet tailored to your dosha and practicing yoga poses and meditation and panchakarma. So, now you have an excuse to go out and get a massage. And it helps with the cleansing process once again. And all of this is to help you rejuvenate. They're all rejuvenating therapies. Of course, in ANJULI and in Ayurveda, we incorporate the idea of chakras. Chakras are energy centers in the body that correspond to physical, mental, and emotional states. And there are 7 main chakras that run along the spine. And balanced chakras lead to better health, and they help you to incorporate Ayurveda and the harmony of the body, mind, and spirit into all of your practices as you begin to think of it. And when you actually begin to mindfully take our products, knowing that where a particular product is supposed to benefit you. And this is the great brilliance, I think, of our labeling process that we've put together, where we have a color of a chakra on each one of our labels that indicates to you what part of the body that is, where that's helping to provide some protection and helping to strengthen that particular part of the body. So let's just look at these really quickly. The root chakra is associated with the legs and the perineum, the feet. It's linked to grounded feelings of safety and security and survival. So when those things are out of sorts, then you may actually be struggling with feelings of safety and security and survival. And maybe all of us are experiencing a little problem with our root energy right now, because honestly, we live in a chaotic world. It's a little bit scary for a lot of us. And we look at, I lived in Israel for a while, and I have many friends over there, actually both Palestinians and Jews. I have great compassion for them both. But it's a time of survival for so many of them, and my heart goes out to them and my prayers that for peace. And that's really what I focus on. Sacral energy is just below the navel. You can see it there in the slide on this woman. You can see the color as she's sitting there, the orange color, and that's just below the navel. And it's linked to creativity, to your libido, your sexuality, your emotions. It's all about the creative processes in the body. The solar plexus is located in the right upper abdomen, and it governs the digestive organs and the muscles in that core region. It relates to personal power, self-esteem, and confidence. And when you do more research on, for instance, we have our probiotics that have this solar plexus energy. When you do more research, you find out that things like probiotics, that healthy bacteria are critical for your self-esteem and your confidence. They actually produce 90% of the serotonin in our bodies. So they're amazing in helping us. And then you look at another product that has this solar plexus chakra, which is our GlucoSlim. And GlucoSlim is fascinating in its ability to help work with the pancreas, which is also right in this area, and help to make sure that you're leveling out the way that your body handles blood sugar, and that you're not having the kinds of sharp rises, peaks, and valleys in your blood sugar that often turn into other really major sugar issues and metabolic disorders. I think I forgot here about the heart chakra. This is located at the center of the chest and is associated with the heart and the circulatory system. It represents love, compassion, and emotional well-being. And, you know, the heart is probably the one thing that we all know. If our heart stops, so does our life. And so I don't know about you, but I love this world, and I love being able to be in this world and be in this company with all of you. And so this heart energy is something I hope to always be radiating personally. Throat energy is associated with the throat, neck, and vocal cords. It relates to communication and self-expression and authenticity. And it's the way that your body communicates to all of the rest of the organs and tissues and everything else. This is that entry portal that really addresses so much. And that's why ambrosia actually is related to this throat energy. The brow energy, which is what we have a product, Tranquility, that's related to the brow energy. This is located between the eyebrows, and it's associated with the brain and the eyes and the pituitary gland. And it's linked to the intuition that you have about your own body, about your children, about your family, about your spouse. It's linked to your perceptions and the way that you perceive the world. And it's also related to your personal spiritual insights that you may get from time to time in your life. So we call all of these supplements Nutriveda, and everything that I've just talked about with you, because we are honoring this amazing group of people that started doing this 5,000 to 10,000 years ago, the Vedic people. And it's their timeless contribution to holistic wellness that they have given us. If you think about what I've just talked about today, and you think about all of those benefits, it's really pretty astounding. And so what I'd like to do now is actually bring on Dr. Abbott. And Dr. Abbott is going to talk to us a little bit about the health aspects of ambrosia. And Dr. Abbott, just tell me when you need me to forward a slide, and I'll do that. And I'm going to put myself on mute. Welcome, Dr. Abbott.
No problem. Thank you so much, Marv. That's amazing. I can see you learned a lot of Ayurveda these days. That's nice. So yes, we'll quickly jump to the ambrosia. This is one of my favorite products that we have launched together with Nutriveda and ANJULI Kids. So ambrosia is, yeah, can we go to the next slide? I think we have an introduction there. Oh, yes. So that's a bit about myself. Myself, Dr. Vinayak Abbott. I'm practicing at the moment in the United Kingdom, and I have a base back in New Delhi. Next, please. Yes. So ambrosia, this is the word I was looking for. So in Ayurveda, we generally categorize medicines or herbs in two categories. One is a chikitsa, that means something is, that is used for a particular disease or an ailment, and another is rasayana. Rasayana means something which is not targeted towards a single disease or any organ or any age group or any gender. It's all for one and one for all kind of product. Okay, this is something which we can use for any condition at any age group with any gender, right? So rasayana is a Sanskrit word which means essence, and ayana means path, indicating a means to access essence of life. Rasayana therapies prioritize nourishing and rejuvenating the body, mind, and spirit. So as rasayana, there are further therapies as well available in Ayurveda, which are categorized as rasayana, means they help for your body to align with the nature. Next, please. Oh, yeah. Hello. Is my video now visible? I think my video wasn't.
You're looking good.
Okay. Okay. So yes, this is essentially the core of Ayurvedic theories, right? We feel that your physical body should align with your mental body and you should be in alignment with your nature, right? So we say that good food plus good mood is equal to your happy dude, right? So if you have a good nourishment or a good healthy balanced diet, having all the essential herbs or essential multivitamins in your diet plan, and you're mentally stable, having a good balanced emotional well-being ultimately gives you a healthy body and aligned body with the nature. I'm using these terms alignment with the nature more often because I really want you to get this fact clear that Ayurveda is all about alignment with the nature, sun and moon cycle, these things, and your nature, your different climate conditions, these things play a crucial role to your body. So we need to respect those while respecting the concepts and theories of Ayurveda. Next, please. Yes. So the Ayurvedic perspective, right? So Marv just explained you about Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. These three are the core elements of our body. These are the running elements or the ruling elements of the body, right? So Vata means the movement. Even if I blink my eye, that means there's a Vata here. If I lift my hand, that is all because of Vata. So if I'm having some pain or spasm or cramps in my hand, means something is wrong with my Vata. Same goes with Pitta. Pitta means if my body is having some temperature, the normal temperature 37.5 degrees Celsius. That means that heat or the Pitta is normal, right? If my body increases in temperature, if I have feverish kind of condition, that means my Pitta is bad. And Kapha means the lubrication. So I'm speaking, my throat is well lubricated. My voice and my vocals are pretty much clear. That means, yes, my body is well lubricated and I can breathe normally. That is Kapha for you. If any of these things go off the track, if we face such kind of ailments related to those kind of doshas. So a healthy body is defined where you have equilibrium or a balance of Vata, Pitta, and Kapha in a proper plane. Yes, this is one of the most important aspects while designing ambrosia. Next. Yes. So that's what I was pointing out. Ambrosia's Vata pacifying herbs. So ambrosia majorly contains all these three pacifying herbs, the Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. We'll consider each one of them. Okay. So Vata pacifying herbs means some herbs which are essentially known for their Vata calming or cooling capacities. So the primary herb here is ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, we all know it's kind of celebrity of the Ayurveda science. I have seen a lot of companies now playing around ashwagandha. And yes, it has gained its popularity for all the very valid reasons. It is an adaptogenic herb known for its calming and grounding properties that support body's fertility, immune system, inflammation, insomnia, mental wellness, response, and sleep cycles. See, all these things, indicate to one keyword, that is stability and calming effects. Next is Shatavari. Shatavari is well-known herb in females. Basically, this is something which nourishes the body. Okay, why I am saying well known for females? Because it improves female fertility, it improves the lactational quality, right? So I personally recommend these herbs, especially Shatavari, to all the lactating women, and this is one of key ingredient in my ambrosia. Next is Bala. So Bala is something which is used to get support, strength, and stability. Okay, it is very good for muscles, very good for your joints, very good for your mobility. So all in all, these three herbs together in ambrosia calm down your vata and obviously give you strength, empowers your vata. Next, please. Pitta. Now, Pitta, as I mentioned, I gave you a keyword. Relate Pitta with the heat of the body. So if you see that condition, that means Amla. Amla is also known as Indian gooseberry. So make sure you're talking about heat of the body. Your body should be in a proper equilibrium and at a proper optimal temperature to work efficiently, right? So Amla is one of the herb which is the primary ingredient of the ambrosia. I would say 70% of the ambrosia is contained of Amla. The gel effect that you get is due to the Amla or Indian gooseberry. Okay, it is considered for its cooling and balancing Pitta dosha. It is well-known herb to control your body heat. It improves the hair quality, skin, nails, vision, and digestion overall. So this is one of my favorite herb. I'm saying it as herb, but this is something one of my favorite vegetable as well. There's so many Indian households which use amla day-to-day lives. They have like things like amla murabba and amla vegetables and all that stuff. The people consume in Indian households every day in form of amla candy, and there are other substitutes to amla as well. So my reason for using amla is pretty much clear. It is the richest source of vitamin C. It is well known for its cooling property, and the best effect that we get out of amla is that it improves the digestive power. So Ayurveda is very much synonym to your digestive power. So we believe if your digestion is well on track, that means you're good to go. Next is Guduchi. Guduchi is one of another celebrity which comes after ashwagandha. It gained its popularity in the COVID era. You must have heard of this herb. People were really chasing up Guduchi for its, again, pitta pacifying effects. So all the temperature that people used to get due to COVID and all the side effects that they were facing due to COVID, this Guduchi is a magical herb. It settled down everything within a period of 7 days, and I have seen a lot of improvement with my patients. So it is well known for its cooling and detoxifying properties. And next is Likori. So this is one thing which improves your throat. It is having an anti-inflammatory property. Even if you chew a stick of Likori, you'll feel a soothing of your throat area. It improves or detoxifies your chest and gives you a very good vocal. It controls your pitta and kapha, both of the doshas. Next, please. Kapha pacifying herbs. So by kapha pacifying herbs means one which controls the lubrication effect of the body. See, you have to have a balance. So the first herb that we consider here is ginger. Marv just explained about ginger. It's well known for its digestive properties. Chewing a raw ginger, again, is well known and is well researched about controlling the diabetes, right? Cinnamon is another magical herb. People generally consume these things in the form of tea. There's cinnamon teas available around the globe. Why cinnamon? Cinnamon, along with tea or any herb, helps to control your metabolism. It improves your blood circulation, and it is commonly known for your blood purification procedures. Next is pipli. Pipli, again, is a very pitta and heat controlling herb. It works wonders in kapha pacifying. If you ever come across any kapha related issue, any phlegm in your throat, just chew a little bit of pipli, you'll feel relief within a couple of seconds. So this is one of prominent herb that we have used in ambrosia. Altogether, ginger, cinnamon, and pipli give a kapha pacifying property to ambrosia, which helps you to detoxify your blood and the respiratory organs. Next, please. Yes. So overall wellness benefits, you'll get good energy and stamina. Your sexual health and sexual drive, especially your libido, improves because it controls your vata. With the ashwagandha and shatavari in it, it obviously gives you those kind of effects. It promotes your cardiovascular health and provides powerful anti-aging benefits. As you are controlling vata, pitta, kapha all in an equilibrium, you will get these anti-aging effects, and it will ultimately improve your cardiovascular health. It helps you manage stress and improve sleep cycles. I would give this credit to ashwagandha content in the ambrosia. And next, it supports respiratory and digestive health, because obviously if you use drugs like pipli and Likori, these help controlling your respiratory organs. Next, please. Yes, as I mentioned in the beginning of the slide, it's all for one, irrespective of your age, irrespective of your gender, irrespective of your climate or your position. You can just take these things, irrespective of your country. You can just take this herb at any time of the day. So it's considered safe and beneficial for all age groups, including children, adults, and elderly. In Indian households, you can actually observe this kind of product where a child is taking, and even an aged person is taking on a very daily note. Yeah. Next, please. Yes. So the future of Ayurveda. These kind of herbs, if we integrate into our lifestyle, obviously we can feel a lot of changes, a lot of beneficial effects on our health. And if these things, comes into our play, future of Ayurveda, I can see it's very bright. I mean, today talking in front of you, having these presentations, I would have never imagined. I've done a lot of seminars in India, but yes, now things have reached to US. I know there are a lot of other products and companies as well who are expanding Ayurveda in other Western countries. Right now I'm sitting in London, and yes, people are also getting these kind of awareness. I see a very bright future in Ayurveda. Finally, world is taking a shift. And these are the product range, having of different effects, can be used at different times of the day. I think Marv will be doing this together.
Yes, actually, Dr. Abbott, this
Yeah.
is, I'm just showing, and one of the things that we're doing, Dr. Abbott, is people seem to be more familiar with these types of products when we reference them in terms of having a spa quality, because they're very high quality products and they have very beneficial effects that people notice. And we also add about our water, and as you probably know, Dr. Abbott, water was, the ancient Vedic tribes actually had ways of purifying water, and they would boil the water and purify it and cleanse it, and that was a part of it. Why don't you address that a little bit? I think it would be interesting for people to know the history of water and Ayurveda.
Yes, certainly. So there is a thing, whenever I come across any patient at my clinic, I'll tell you the practical thing that we do even today. Okay? So I advise them, irrespective of their condition, irrespective of whatever they complain, they are coming to me. Okay. The first advice that I give to every patient, that please boil the water before using. Now, by boiling the water, I don't really mean you need to boil it and remove the chemical, remove just purify it and all that stuff. No, I'm not going to that aspect of the water. Okay. By boiling, what you mean is you cook the water. Basically, you improve the pitta quality of the water and you make that water more adaptive to your body. Okay. So, you can try these things at your place. Like just for next couple of, week, or at least for next week, just boil 3 to 4 liters of the water in the morning, put it in a vessel, and just use that particular water for drinking. You will feel the difference on the 8th day. Trust me, you'll feel the difference. So the water that we drink nowadays, if it's a tap water or if it is coming from XYZ sources, they're generally heavy, they're generally chemical treated, right? So by boiling, you basically prepare that water for your body, and anything which is cooked or boiled or properly heated is well accepted by our body, right? So just try this aspect. Then next, coming to Ayurvedic aspects of water storage and usage, we really recommend things like copper bottles and earthen pots to improve the water quality or to improve the alkaline effect of the water, right? So the more alkaline effect you get, it gets adapted to your body, it gets absorbed, and your body gets well nourished with that water. So the more hard water you get exposed to, your skin becomes dry, even your internal organs started getting dry. These things comes on your skin and scalp eventually after a while. You may be having experiencing of having hard water of at your place. I mean, people start complaining of hair falls after a while. Yes.
So thank you, Dr. Abbott. I think that's fascinating, and it's a history that it goes back thousands of years about this need for pure, clean water. And we often think thousands of years ago water must have been pure and clean, but there was obviously something about it that the body wasn't adapting properly, and so this need was identified early on in the whole practice of holistic practice of Ayurveda. And then this is also. CBD has quite a history in Ayurveda. According to what I have read, it was considered at one time one of the 5 most important herbs. The hemp seed, a hemp plant, was considered one of the 5 most important herbs in Ayurveda. And of course, now we have these topical patches that we use that contain CBD. Why don't you address a little bit about the history of the use of CBD in Ayurveda?
True. Okay. That's good. So, the first reference that we get for CBD is somewhere in around Sushrut Samhita. This is one of the texts that we commonly refer in Ayurvedic subjects, right? So CBD, okay, I'll explain in the language that we just discussed, okay? Consider the Vata dosha of the body. Vata dosha is another synonym to pain and to the movement of your body, okay? So CBD was used to control or calm down the Vata dosha of the body. Any kind of pain, whatever it may be, maybe a migraine pain or a muscle spasm or a joint pain, XYZ, any kind of pain, even a toothache, okay, was controlled and effectively managed by CBD products or by applying directly the CBD herbs to it. Sushrit Samhita has this direct reference of using CBD before surgical procedures, right? Nowadays we have anesthesia, but at that time there wasn't any anesthesia or such kind of provision available. So they used CBD a lot in managing such kind of patients. Now think of a fact, it was well synonymized and used instead of anesthesia. So how effective it could be in managing pains, plus without having any side effect because it is a natural source. So this is something which gets into your body, mixes with your bloodstream, and doesn't give you any kind of side effect or any kind of addictiveness. Nowadays you see that people are more addicted to the painkillers. It's kind of routine to pop a pill every day in the morning. So with the use of such kind of products, such as a CBD patch, you won't feel that urge of popping a pill. Just by applying that patch, it absorbs tropically in your skin and gives you that kind of relief that you get, more or less from your painkillers. So I believe this is the most safest option to get rid of the pains and improve your mobility naturally.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abbott. That's a great perspective. I had not really ever considered personally how, we have all these opioids and other things that are very addictive and very dangerous. And actually, in the United States, we have fentanyl right now, and it fits in that category, extremely dangerous. And yet here we have something that is as effective at dealing with pain in many ways, and so and is non-addictive. So I think it's very fascinating that we have this type of an ability to have these kinds of products in Ayurveda. This is our entire collection, Dr. Abbott. And as you know, everything is somewhat Ayurveda inspired in what we've put together.
Mm-hmm.
And we've indicated it with the colors of everything else. The purpose of our products is to bring peace of mind, body, and life. And really, we want people to immerse themselves in a world of relaxation and rejuvenation as they pamper their mind, their body, and their spirit with the very best in self-care. But if you'll help me a little bit, what I'd like to do, Dr. Abbott, you and I had a discussion last month on what we call the circadian rhythms and on the body cycle that we have, and that there are certain times of the day when people should be using our products to get the very best effect, the very best benefits that they can possibly get. And so if you would help me, we're just going to talk a little bit through this and about these circadian rhythms. And let's start with our product Defense. Would you explain to people why this is a product that we should be taking in the morning?
Yes. So that's what you just explained in the previous slide. Can you show me that previous one?
Sure.
A slide back. Okay, that's fine. Okay, no problem. So the circadian rhythms are basically crucial in determining the ideal time. Ideal time according to Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Okay, I'm just using the first line to refer Vata, Pitta, Kapha. We're again going to the basics. Okay, we must understand that the day is divided into 3 sections. Okay, we have like day, noon, evening, and night and all. Okay, but in Ayurvedic subjects we generally divide into 3 kala or 3 sections. Okay, one is Vata kala, second is a Pitta kala, and third is a Kapha kala. The morning kala, which is known as a Kapha kala. Okay, now we can go to the next one, and I'm going to the next. Yes, this one, the defense one. Okay, so the morning kala is generally known as a Kapha kala. Kapha kala, basically the body deals with a lot of lubrication, with a lot of secretions in the body happening. You get defecate in the morning, you go to urination, and you try to a brush up, and you try to spit and all that stuff. So your kapha gets detoxification in the morning kal. Okay. Now, when your body is in a kapha kala, basically, that means your body is more receptive. Okay. So products like defensive or defense, they help to build up your immunity, right? So anything which helps to build up your immunity needs to be well absorbed in your body. Okay. That is one reason that products like defense or anything having pipili or any herb, any product having kapha dominant herbs are to be taken in the morning kal. They will work well against the kapha dosha and will increase the stability of the body. Next, please.
And Dr. Abbott, as we're going through these, I would like to invite our people, if they have questions, if they would post those questions in the chat. Brad will be monitoring the chat, and we are happy to address their questions. We'll be happy to address them as they come up. Now let's go ahead and proceed with Vitality.
Yes. So Vitality is another herb, another product basically as the defense itself. So again, I would still categorize this product as something which will improve your immune system. So I told you, any product which help you improve your immune system or anything which help you build up your immune cells in the body. Immune cells is nothing but stability of the body in that subject. That is to be taken in the morning era.
Okay, this is Ambrosia.
Ambrosia is the best herb to get your immune system right in place. And it's the same effect. So the Amla effect. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And Renew. Yes, this is another herb which helps you. Obviously, the packet itself says it gives you an anti-aging effect. So it's a general theory. You can get that theory straight. If you come across any product having particular clarification regarding anti-aging or any kind of immune support, you have to take that product well in the morning. Your digestion is well receptive and your body will well accept these kind of herbs in the body because that is a kapha kala. Yes, so now we come to the glucoslim. Yes, so there is a simple concept, insulin sensitivity is generally higher after a meal. You have to take glucoslim 20 minutes before the meal, obviously. Now I'll just come across this theory, whatever is there on the screen, right? So let's take an example, right? If you just take a pinch of sugar and put it on your tongue, your digestive system kicks in right that second, okay? Not, after you eat that meal. Just the first click of it, just a touch of a sugar may kick your digestive system in it, okay? That is the reason we generally advise people to have sweet before having anything, before having the meal, okay? Now, glucoslim is one of the product which controls or which stabilizes that insulin and insulin secretion level in your body, right? So the moment you start eating, your body tends to release n number of digestive enzymes, okay? If those enzymes are not released in a proper manner, your digestive system can go up and flow, right? So just to control or just to make sure your digestive enzymes from the liver or from the intestine are released in a proper controlled manner, products like glucoslim helps to control the insulin levels or the enzyme levels of your body. So before meal, if you have any product like this will help you in two things, okay? You won't overeat because your body will be well adjusted and adapted to the meal that you're having. You will get to know when to stop, okay? And your digestion at the end of the meal would be far better as compared to the other days.
Let's talk a little bit now about relief.
Relief. So I'll come, you directly jumped to the evening kala or the ratri kala, okay, which we generally synonymize with the vata kala of the body, okay, or the vata kala of the day. So by Vat, again, I'm considering the symptoms such as pain, immobility, stress, and all that stuff, right? So products like relief, again, control the Vata. So there is a hint. Anything which is controlling or calming down your body is to be taken at the evening time. Probiotics. Probiotics has a particular different reason regarding its dose intake. Late evenings are generally considered well with the probiotics because your body is well in a digestive phase when the sun is out there, okay? But when your digestive system is at rest, it's generally the evening time, okay? So when you feed your digestive system with products like prebiotics or probiotics, your body well absorbs those good bacteria, and those good bacteria get ample time to grow and nourish and improve your digestive system.
That's great. Great.
Yes,
This is the last one.
No problem. Again, tranquility is one of the herbs which will improve your sleep cycles. So this is something that is for obvious by nature of the product. You need to take it at a bedtime to calm down your vata.
Perfect. Dr. Abbott, thank you so much. We really feel like that with working with you and working hand in hand, that we're creating something that is really a path to peace for many people from a physical standpoint, but not just physical, emotional, mental, and even spiritual, as people begin to tap into the different things that they need to feel happy and feel peace in their lives. And so this is their path to peace, is using these products. Once again, we're talking about products that have been around. A lot of them, these have been used for up to 5,000 years. Ambrosia, I know the basic idea and concepts behind ambrosia were developed 3,000 years ago. Of course, Dr. Abbott has modernized it, and through his practice has emphasized certain aspects with our particular version of this Ayurveda-inspired product, but it's literally has a history that's at least 3,000 to maybe even 5,000 years old. Dr. Abbott is also working with us to develop the Science of Life Institute of America. And you can see that we are the first company that is going to have this seal. We're working with Dr. Abbott and other providers and practitioners. And even with the College of Ayurveda, we're working with all of these to try and create this Science of Life Institute and work with it. All of our products are, of course, manufactured under good manufacturing practices. So I know that when we had a group of visitors to our office the other day, they were wondering why, it was a relatively small group and they were the only ones there. Why did they need to sign in? Because it's the law. And good manufacturing practice requires certain procedures that are legal procedures to be able to tell people that these products are produced under the very highest standards that exist. And then, of course, our products are finished in America, made in the USA, carry that designation because to many people that represents quality. Many other manufacturing places don't have the same kind of a reputation for quality. So we like to emphasize that going on as well. Brad, I'm going to now turn this over to you and have you talk a little bit more about this particular product, Glow. This is a new one, Dr. Abbott. You haven't probably seen yet. We need to send you some so that you can actually try it out. Brad, go ahead. Tell us.
I'm just going to jump on here really quick and thank Dr. Abbott, but because I want to ask him a question in particular. But Glow is our latest release. It's a limited time. It is for hair, skin, and nails, but also collagen production to help with collagen production to your body as well, which all of you know that helps with muscles and all. Collagen is probably one of the main things that help your body with joints and all the different areas of your health aspects and to maintain weight and all of that. And so Glow is one of our latest, and it's a limited time. And so we've made this our Black Friday special for the rest of the month. And the special is it's available while supplies last. And for a single, this is just a single. We have them in 2-pack and 4-pack where you can save money. Obviously, the loyalty order. So the price you see on there is $55 for Marketplace and $46 for loyalty. So 15% savings, and it comes with 25 in reward volume. So I would highly emphasize you get that in everybody's hands. We've also just introduced a brand new, because we're hitting the winter, the cold and flu season. If you haven't had a tickle in your throat yet, you better have defense. and all these different things on hand. But these three products make up a tremendous, as Dr. Abbott talked about ambrosia, it is probably our most well-rounded, that covers the whole spectrum really of our whole product, the doshes and everything, and why he created it. So having ambrosia in your system with probiotics, with great gut health, along with our defense to help boost your immune system, this has been now available. It's our new immunity stack. When you buy it as a bundle like this in the stack, it's less money than on an individual, as well as more volume. We've increased the reward volume on it also. So put that in your arsenal. Let's move a bunch of them for November. And so that's kind of what I have on these particular products, Marvin. But I did want to ask Dr. Abbott, as we're kind of closing out, his inspiration. What was his inspiration for creating ambrosia? You know, to bring that to the world. I know as a kid, he probably had these things and ate it every morning, the ingredients at least. And so Dr. Abbott just kind of wanted to share that for everybody, if they kind of get an idea of the inspiration, why you think it's such an important product to have throughout the world.
True. I'll take this thing on a note. So the thing is, the main idea behind creating this product popped it into the COVID era, to be precise with you, right? So we were going through this era where people were facing all the challenges against the immunity, right? The key concept, the key word which were floating all across the globe was to maintain your immune system, because we never had the cure for that virus, okay? My thought process was like, if the whole key process, if the whole idea, if the whole game is all about immunity, so why not focus on that subject on the very first day? Why to take immune products only when you get attacked by a virus or a bacteria, right? Immunity is something which you don't build in a day or in an hour. This is something, a process, right, which you do with your body over a period of time. So ambrosia is one of my baby, which came out of that particular incident. And I have incorporated all those herbs, or basically all those products famous in Ayurvedic subjects, which were helping people to develop their immunity in normal day-to-day lives. You don't have to do a lot of kind of procedures to prepare this particular herb, because as in Ayurveda we have a lot of kwatha and all the drinks and all the stuff. So I cut short those things and made all the herbs into a gummy, the most easiest form where you can use the Ayurveda, right? So the taste was taken care of, the herbs were taken care of, and all in all, my idea was, the concept of Ayurveda, or the concept of immunity to reach everyone, right? So when I used to give Ayurvedic herbs to a very younger patient, or to a kid, the feedback that I got was, oh, the taste doesn't, is not that good, it's not that palatable, and all that stuff. So I was like, okay, let's make it a gummy. And that's how we started this thing, to incorporate all the essential Ayurvedic herbs in a gummy, so that everyone can get that essence of Ayurveda.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Thank you for your insights on all of that. And gang, we get a chance to meet with him monthly. So this is a treat for us for having him. And so get the immunity stack now, order it, get it in, have it in your, start using these products regularly, along with your performance stack and all of that. And so, and I would say you better get the glow. It's glow big or glow home. But you want to get that glow in your arsenal as well. It's a tremendous product while we've got it. So my last thing is, join us Tuesday night for our opportunity call with Eric Glenn. You don't want to miss Eric and his presentation this Tuesday night coming up. So with that, back to you, Marvin. I know you got a cool video here.
So thank you, Dr. Abbott, once again for being on this call with us. We love you, and we are so happy that you are part of our company and that you are working with us so closely. We just really appreciate having somebody of your caliber helping to represent who we are as a company and who it is that we're trying to be as we continue to grow and progress. There was one question that someone had, and I'll address it just briefly. Jennifer was saying, how does the picture that we have tie into Ayurveda? So back in the ancient days, with the Vedic tribes, they would process water, they would boil it to cleanse it, and then they would process it through through a sand and charcoal. So they would actually put it into a material and they would process it through that. They would then leave it out in the sun so that it would get the benefits of the ultraviolet rays. And then they would store it in earthen pots, which would restore the pH balance to the water and actually make it alkaline, and which made it much sweeter and made it actually work better in the system. While we don't boil the water necessarily, put it in the pitcher, I think it would be very interesting to try that as a practice and see exactly what Dr. Abbott was saying, and if it really does help to improve. But you can still process it through the pitcher, which is then going to remove any chemicals or anything else that's left in the water, and then you're actually going to be able to have the water alkalinized by the processing of the different components of the filters that we have in that system. So I just wanted to clear that up, Jennifer. I thank you for your question. And I would like to close the day with a presentation of a video that just sort of summarizes everything that we've learned today. So enjoy.
In our turbulent world, we face unprecedented challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic has exposed our health system's fragility and exacerbated societal inequalities. Global economic and political turmoil fuels instability and conflict. Mental and emotional stress impacts our well-being. In this chaos, our very survival is at stake. How can we restore balance and harmony in our lives and the world? Ancient wisdom, dating back over 5,000 years, offers a possible solution: Ayurveda. Ayurveda, or the science of life, is a holistic healing system from India. It teaches us to live in harmony with nature and ourselves. Ayurveda recognizes our uniqueness, identifying 3 qualities, or doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, that govern our physical, mental, and emotional aspects, shaping our health and disease. Ayurveda reveals, stems from doshic imbalances triggered by diet, lifestyle, environment, stress, and emotions. Delve deeper into this ancient wisdom and its connection to our daily survival elements. The Vedic people who lived in ancient India recognized 5 elemental forces: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. These now form the basis of our understanding. Ayurveda, deeply rooted in this ancient tradition, utilizes these elements to promote well-being. These elements correlate with our daily survival. Earth, Prithvi. The stable earth element influences our ability to eat and nourish ourselves. Water, Jala. This fluid element is essential for hydration and maintaining balance in the body. Fire, Agni. Representing transformation and digestion, fire helps us process the food we eat. Air, Vayu. The element of movement and breath aligns with our vital breathing. Ether, Akasha or space. Ether represents boundless space and correlates with hearing, allowing us to connect with the world. Ayurveda's wisdom embraces these elements, exploring their interplay in our physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Through practices like yoga and meditation, Ayurveda helps us balance these elemental forces, promoting harmony. Meet John, a seeker of truth and balance. He unearthed a hidden connection between Ayurveda and our genetic response to our chaotic world. Ayurveda's ancient wisdom profoundly impacted our epigenetics, allowing us to adapt and thrive. During his quest, John discovered ANJULI Global, the Ayurveda wellness company dedicated to spreading the benefits of this ancient wisdom to the modern world. John also discovered that ANJULI Global's products empower people to survive while the opportunity helps them excel as brand ambassadors. John's journey proves that Ayurveda, an ancient practice, is a powerful tool for modern times, activating our genetic response and restoring balance and harmony. Join ANJULI on the path to balance, harmony, and transformation using Ayurveda, ancient wisdom for modern living. In our turbulent
Thank you, everyone, for participating today. We have enjoyed being with you. Thanks again, Dr. Abbott. Thank you, Brad. And thank you, all of you, for taking time out of your day to be with us here. Have a wonderful day, and hope that you have benefited from what you've learned. We love all of you, and we are excited to have you be a part of this amazing movement. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Good night, Dr. Abbott.
Good night. Bye-bye.